Welcome back to another episode of Giana Sisters Twisted Dreams. Last time we went to the Hour Shriek Ravine, and this time we're going to the Enchanted Mountain Path. Alright, so unfortunately, like with the Ori episode, this is gonna be post commentary. At the very least, it depends on your perspective on post and live. And with post, you have the advantage of being able to articulate your thoughts without the constraint of the game, and likewise you're able to play the game without the constraint of coming up with subject points or things to talk about essentially, and as such you will play better most often than not. I won't say play better, but you won't play worse. They call it back when I started doing this, they called it the Let's Play curse, where you try, commenting on the video, think of stuff to say, and your gameplay tends to not be as good as if you're just playing just to play. By the way, I don't know what that platform is for. I'm guessing it's for the extra hit, but I could have got that without the platform, so I'm sure there's a more hidden what's that word, hidden reason for that platform. That's not the word, but the only one I could think of on the spot. Hidden meaning to that platform, I guess it's a better word. Whatever. Oh yeah, lost that immediately. Well, not an issue. It's not like this game is too hard or anything. But yeah, this video will be fairly short. I just recorded this one level. It seemed as though one thing about this game, really, some levels are long, others are short, and some are like in between. This is one of those in between levels. Mostly because just me essentially trying to get everything, trying to find every jewels. It may not look it when I actually play, but I try and grab as much as possible. I try not to concentrate on one single area which I can't access or which I can't find a means to access it. But even still, I still try to collect as much gem as possible. Most likely there is no reason behind that. At least, not saying that they're meaningless, but in terms of progression wise, there is no reason for that, considering if you collect the ones that's in your path, most likely you're able to unlock the boss level of that world. Granted, I haven't tested this or anything, but I feel like the developers may have had that in mind, in which people just want to beat the game as opposed to complete the game. Two different words, two different meaning. Depends on the game. I will rather much complete a game than beat it, as in get everything, 100% the game, pretty much. But this game, it has a lot to it. Not saying that rather, what I'm saying is the game itself, it has a lot of replayability, but for me, at the very least, it's not something I want to go through again, just because for me, this game seems like, okay, I beat it once, I'm satisfied, move on to the next game, as opposed to, oh damn, I need to beat this game again in a harder difficulty, get no checkpoints. No, this game is, for me, is more of a, I got couple hours, no more, yeah, I got a few minutes to a couple hours. I want to sit down and beat a few levels of a game, and that's it. It's not something that I would, you know, take or set hours aside so I could play the game. Like for example, League of Legends. Hate that game, but that's something that I do set time aside to play, just because I did say I hate it, but at the same time I really enjoy the game, but I hate the game. It's one of those games that I have a love-hate relationship to it. But yeah, this game does have a lot of replayability. You're able to, once you beat the game, of course, go back and collect all the gems that you missed out, and the art as well. And once you do that and get 5 stars in every level, you're able to, I believe, unlock hardcore mode, in which once you die you have to start the level over, essentially no checkpoints. And then once you do that and get 5 stars on that and all the gems, of course, you unlock uber hardcore mode, where if you die you start over, as in you die in world 3 level 8, you start over at world 1-1. This is why this game I won't complete it, just because I'm not that much of a masochist when it comes to games. I do own Dark Souls 1 and 2. Not to say, I'm not gonna say I beat it, but I do own it. But I won't do that to myself in this game. This game is challenging. I did say earlier it is easy, but in terms of getting everything, it is a fair bit challenging, especially if Hansel and Gretel was in the indication. A bit frustrating, just because Hansel and Gretel, in order to beat them, you're dependent on an object that was not stationary and wasn't controlled by you directly. So you let go you unleash the spikes when you switch between what do you call it, planes of dimension or whatever. Yeah, when you switch between the two personalities, you change the you activate the spike. However, it has a cooldown. By cooldown I mean it has a period in time in which you can't use that. And not only that, the enemy is moving, so as the item moves, the enemy moves. No, it's not 1-to-1, but the enemy is moving while the spike is moving, and so you're forced to make sure you align them perfectly. That section of the game took me at least 45 minutes on that boss alone, just because nothing was aligned perfectly. It has to be aligned perfectly in order to actually hit Hansel or Gretel, and that part was a bit frustrating, just because, again, I was controlling an item indirectly. I was hitting the boss in an indirect fashion, as opposed to my direct input, causing me to, rather my direct input being the sole factor of defeating the enemy. So stuff like that, I'm not in a rush to do again. But either which way, I am still enjoying this game. Kind of do wish this game had more level variety, more, not in terms of interaction, but more so visually. It has about, I mentioned this before, but it has like 4 different levels. The caverns, the castle, these like foresty plains area. Yeah, about 3 then. I need to double check on that, but it has very few variety in terms of environments, visually speaking. But again, not to say that I don't enjoy this game. I really do. It's a fun game. It's one of those games that what you see is what you get. If you don't like what you see, well, you're not gonna like what if you get it. So yeah, I'm not. That could be a good or a bad thing depending on, the game. This game, if it has a lot going for it in terms of its visuals, so it could easily appeal to a lot of people. So another thing I actually like about this game is the secrets. This is actually quite a bit amount of secrets, at least more than the norm. A lot of games nowadays, like the other LP I'm doing, is legendary. It's a shooter, so it's kind of not fair to compare the two. But it has a lot of branching path, or rather legendary, so excuse me, has just that one straight line. Essentially, it's a very linear game. It there is no deviation in the levels in that. It just, you go straight, that's it. Or not literally, but figuratively. This game, there's quite a bit of secrets that you get subtle hints to, like where we just passed, where there was a little opening on the ceiling or on the roof, whatever, the top of the mountain, whatever. Gives you a hint that, okay, maybe if I use the bigger sister, I could smash through it. Or not smash, but go up to it. And I kind of miss that in games. They used to do that with, like, you know, the other 2D side scrollers like Sonic, where there's branching path in which you could take. Mario had a lot of secrets. I'm not sure if they still do as much as they did before. I'm sure they do, but with the newer Mario games, it seems a shell of its former self. At least for me, it does. But I do miss secrets in games. It goes back to the replayability of the game. Allows you to, you know, go back and discover different sections in which you didn't access before, and allows people to talk about it, like, hey, did you go to that section behind the wall on this world? What do you mean? Oh, you didn't get there yet? You get this X, you find X and Y and Z over there, and you're able to collect all this stuff and things. So that makes you want to go back to the game, and makes you want to check to see if there's any more section like that within the game. Something very minor, or rather, secrets is not minor, but something that will allow a little bit more interaction with the player in the game, a little more engagement, if you will. But unfortunately, they don't have much of that anymore. The only other game that I could see that has a lot of secrets in it, or puts an attempt to put secrets in it, is The Binding of Isaac. That's something Edmund actually mentioned, where he likes he likes the idea of having people talk about what they found and discovering new things. It's like, hey, I found how to get the Lost. What is the Lost? Well, the Lost is a new character. There's another character. Just that interaction with the game and the player. Unfortunately, we don't have as much anymore. But this game does alleviate some of that issue. Sort of, kind of. It's not like secrets. It's not, the secrets in this game is not the level of Binding of Isaac, but it is there. Do leave a comment down below if you miss secrets or not, or if you think secrets should be in games more, or it's something that something that we are fine without. Definitely let me know down in the comment section below. We're almost at the end of the level, actually. It looks like I need about 7 more gems, and oh, there it is, actually. So in any case, if you did enjoy this video, go ahead and rate it. If you did enjoy it, rate it either way. Definitely let me know what you think about secrets in games down in this comment section below, or just discuss whatever. And of course, if you like this video and want to see more of it as soon as it becomes available, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. See you guys next time.